Hello, my name is Meerah, and I'm a Lorekeeper in one of Yogg-Sothoth's libraries, and today I wanted to talk about the Cavern of Flame in the Dreamlands and the gods that call it their home, Nasht and Kaman-Thah. This video topic was suggested by this lovely commenter right here. The Cavern of Flame is said to have once just been a natural cave, and it's not exactly known when Nasht and Kaman-Thah began cultivating it, but it has long since been carved and shaped into a beautiful subterranean temple almost. The walls have been adorned with bas-relief sculptures and murals that depict the earth gods, which honestly just sounds gorgeous to me personally. It is the gateway between the Dreamlands and the waking world, and one can descend into the cavern by taking the 70 steps of light slumber. The steps are not in a set location. If one wishes to find and utilize them, one should simply will them into existence while sleeping. Upon taking the stairs down and arriving at the Cavern of Flame, you would be greeted by Nasht and Kaman-Thah, who deem if a dreamer is worthy or not. They do this by examining the very soul of the dreamer. If you try and attack them, or they deem you unworthy, you will just awake in your own bed and never be able to take the stairs again. If you are found worthy, however, then they will reward you and answer any questions that you may have. If one chooses to return to the waking world after being deemed worthy, they could always find the steps and cavern again anytime they wished, and they would always be very welcome. If they choose to then venture further into the Dreamlands, they are led into the back of the cavern beyond the sacred Pillar of Flame, where they will be given clothing, food, and whatever else they may desire for their journey, within reason of course. Beyond the sacred Pillar of Flame is the 700 steps of deeper slumber that will allow the dreamer to descend into the Dreamlands. Nasht and Kaman-Thah are an interesting duo to be sure. They are so ancient that no one knows their true origins, and it is said that they can even look upon the true face of Azathoth and remain unscathed, which is wild, and that even Nyarlathotep has no power in their cavern. Their purpose is to guard the gateway between the Dreamlands and the waking world, preventing the horrors that may dwell in the Dreamlands from seeping into the dreams of mortals, while also preventing malicious dreamers from entering the Dreamlands from our realm. One story goes that Nasht was actually once a man from Sononil named Rion Ateskre that was burned alive as a sacrifice to the gods by the men of Ling. Legend has it that he was a traveler that sailed to the harbor of Long Ling, and that is how he was captured. The elder gods accepted his sacrifice and returned him to the Dreamlands as the god Nasht. If this story is to be believed, I find it really interesting that he experienced something so awful and then became this incredibly benevolent and kind and peaceful god that protects dreamers traveling to and from the Dreamlands. It just seems very fitting. Nasht is called the god of knowledge, and indeed he does seem to have a vast wealth of the stuff at his disposal, including knowledge of other dimensions. Kaman-Thah, his fellow sentry, is actually just an avatar of Nasht and is recognized as more of a priest than as a god, and he's not really worshipped. But since Kaman-Thah is an avatar of a god, and that makes sense. Both are omniscient and omnipotent. In appearance, they're described as youthful and wearing an ancient Egyptian-styled crown. And yeah, that's just a brief summary of the Cavern of Flame in the Dreamlands and the gods that reside there. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please consider leaving a like or a comment and all that jazz. You guys know the drill. If you want to check out my playlists about exploring cosmic horror in the Dreamlands, they'll be here for you. And you can always subscribe for future content. Special thank you as always to my channel members. May Yogg grant them the knowledge they seek. And I hope to see y'all next time here in the library.